Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a modern take on classic Hollywood glam. So I'm actually not naked right now, I'm wearing a tube top. So I just couldn't find a fancy shirt for this and I felt like it needed something or nothing. But yeah, keeping the focus on the face, you know. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in seeing this look, then keep watching. Alright guys, so we're going to start out by priming the skin. I always like to use a pore minimizing primer because I have like larger pores, especially right in here and on top of my nose there. So I like to use the pore minimizing one by SMASHBOX. This is their photo finish primer. This is what it looks like. Usually take about that much there. You don't need a whole lot. And I like to warm this up in my hands first before I apply it. And for this primer, I found that you really need to moisturize your skin first. So I did a few drops of argan oil. If you don't moisturize your skin with this primer, it just gets like all patchy. Now I'm going in with foundation. I always like to use the Superstay foundation by Mayboelline. This is just the best in my opinion, and I've been through so many different foundations. I just always wind up going back to this. So this. Why did I say it like that? But I'll show you guys. I'm between two colors right now, so these are the two. So I'm using shades 220 and 112. And I'm just taking one pump of each to start with, and I'll see if I need more. Then around my eyes, I'm just tapping it in here. I love using my hands to apply my foundation because it just really, I feel like I get the best coverage this way, and I can really get into all of the areas that you need to without like a brush getting in the way. I feel like it just also really gives you an airbrushed feel. Taking 2 more drops of each. I'm gonna go on my forehead here. So I like to spread it out all over my face and then I go in and tap it in. This is just gonna really get it into all your pores there. Make it look really smooth. Also make sure that you take that down your neck and a little on your chest. For concealer, I normally either don't use it at all or I'll go in with a lavender shade. And the lavender shade's just mainly for brightening. It just really brightens dull skin. So I typically take a little bit on my fingers here. The one that I'm using is by COVERGIRL and this is the Pro Conceal. Just gonna take a little bit on the tips of my fingers here. Pat it under both eyes. And I have been hitting the side of my nose recently. This just helps for hiding shadows when I go in for contouring. Now to set that, I'm going in with my Ben Nye Colorless Luxury Powder. That's what this guy looks like. I like to set my whole face because I have pretty oily skin. If you have drier skin, I would just set the areas where you applied the concealer, which would be like right under your eyes there. I don't bake at all because I find when I do, I just wind up looking like I'm 100 years old, so I just give myself an overall coat of powder. And for contouring, I'm going in with my True Match powder, and this is in the shade Nut Brown. That's what this looks like. So technically this is just like a face powder, but I use it for contouring. It looks really natural and it's in like a really cool toned shade. So I'm just grabbing a small stipple brush by e.l.f. and I'm going into the hollows of my cheeks here. I'm not getting like super defined with this one, I'm just kind of overall warming up my skin. And I like to take this down my neck slightly so you don't have a really harsh line along here. That's like the clear giveaway that you contour. So I like to really buff it out, make it look super natural. Right, and I'm going on top of my eyelids as well. I always like to warm these up anyway, whether I wind up covering it with eyeshadow or not. I don't know why, I think it's just, I feel like it just really helps to warm up your face. And I feel like you can always wind up seeing it underneath your eyeshadow anyway, it just like gives a nice gradient of color. Now I'm going with my JADEY 180 brush by LUXIE. This is what this guy looks like. And I'm gonna contour my nose. So I'm using the same powder that I used on my cheeks there. So I like to start from the tip of my eyebrow here, and then I meet almost the tip of my nose. This just gives your whole nose a more narrow appearance. And I'm going under my nose just to cut off the tip a little bit. Cut off the tip. I'm going in and just shading that in. And I like to buff this into my eyelid just to give it like a softer transition. Make it look a little more natural. And I've been going in with a dark brown eyeshadow to go right on the tip here. Almost in like a half circle motion. So I feel like it just draws your eye to the highlight that I'm gonna put on here. It almost creates that little like button nose effect. Now to tone down that contour a little bit and just make it look a little more natural, I'm going in with this Maybelline Fit Me powder. And this is in the shade 120. Now to sharpen up my cheekbones just a little bit, I'm going in with this little brush that came with the Hoola bronzer. And I'm just taking that and sharpening up my cheek contour here. Alright, now that we're done contouring, I'm gonna go in and do my brows. I like to do my brows before my eyeshadow because I just like to clean them up first and not ruin the eyeshadow look. So I'm going in with my CoverGirl pomade, and this is in the shade Rich Brown. If you want to see an in-depth tutorial on how I do my brows, I'll link that right here. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna fast forward through this part. Now for the eyes, I'm going in with the Nightingale palette, and this is by Pretty Vulgar. I'll show you guys. So this is a little beat up because I use this for like special effects looks and things like that too. So this is pretty dug into and there's like paint all over it, but I'll show you guys anyway. I'm gonna be using the shades probably Hide and Seek and Pillow Fight. Try these two here. So I'm gonna go in with Hide and Seek in my crease here. You can pretty much use any light taupey shade for your transition. Especially for this eye look, you want to just keep it pretty light. The focus is, I keep saying pretty, is pretty much going to be on the winged liner. I'm going to take a little bit of that Hide and Seek shade, going right under my eyes here. This just gives you a little depth. I always love that step. It always just gives you the perfect amount of like warmth to your eye. And it almost creates kind of like, almost like, you know, when you're smiling really big, it gives you like that little smile bags under your eyes. It's kind of how I see it. I just love it. I do that with like all my eyeshadow looks. Alright, and for that light pink, or no, not light pink, for that light champagne color, I'm just going to take that on my finger and put that right on my lid. Now going into liner, I'm using a gel liner, and this is by Pretty Vulgar. It's called The Ink, and the color is Blacklist. For eyeliner, I always find it easier to start in the inner corners. I actually do that on both eyes first, and then I do the wings on both sides. Not at the same time, but like, you know, one after the next. Because I feel like it's almost like muscle memory, which usually isn't. I usually wind up messing them both up anyway. Eyeliner is just really difficult, but it's just, you just have to take your time with it. Alright guys, here we go. Alright, cool. I like didn't breathe that whole time. Alright, now it's on to the next eye. Hold your breath again. Wow, I literally can't believe they both came out perfect. I was ready to grab like a million Q-tips and just try to fix the shit out of this, but it looks really good. If you need to get your liner sharper, if you make any like slight mistakes, or just if you have trouble getting it to a point, what I always do is I grab a little bit of makeup remover or a toner, put it on like a pointed Q-tip, and just sharpen it out. And then just redo your eyeshadow in those spots. That's like the easiest way in my opinion. Wow, this came out so awesome! I mean, I knew it would. Alright guys, and for mascara, it doesn't really matter because I'm putting on fake lashes anyway, but just in case you want to know, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I love this stuff, especially for my no makeup days where I pretty much just wear foundation and mascara. It just really, like, if you like clumpy lashes, which I love clumpy lashes, a lot of people don't though, so maybe you won't all like this, but I just love it. And what I like to do just to get off any extra clumps on there, since I am going to be putting on lashes, I just like to brush them up with my finger right afterwards just to get out any clumps on there. And just to kind of curl them up a little bit. Get them prepped for the lashes. Alright guys, for lashes I'm going in with the AMOR lashes, and these are in WSP, so the wispy ones. These are what these look like. I get a 6-pack of these on Amazon for like 10 bucks, and they're like the best lashes ever. I've been using these forever. They're just so great. And I'm using the Duo Lash Glue in the shade, this is like the dark adhesive, not black, it's just, I think it's just dark, whatever. Also, this lash tool is like phenomenal, and I just got this guy right on Amazon. This is like perfect for for applying your lashes. And sometimes after you apply your lashes, you just need to clean up your liner a little bit, because the lashes do tug on that line slightly. Alright guys, for my lashes, I always use a waterproof mascara on them. It really makes them like stand up perfectly the way that you want them to. So the one that I like using is by Essence. This is the I Heart Extreme Volume Mascara. And this is super cheap at Ulta. I think this was like $6. And this is like one of the best mascaras I've ever used. Now, since this is almost like a Hollywood spin, I'm gonna focus on the outer lashes here. This is just really gonna fan them out and bring the drama to the ends. Perfect. And this just gives you the illusion that you kind of have, I guess it doesn't give you the illusion that you have like half strip lashes on, but for Marilyn Monroe and a lot of the older Hollywood actresses, they would use they would take a strip of lashes, cut them in half, and just add them to the end to open up the eye, and just to give it that really like romantic, like bedroom eyes look. But I like having lashes, like, I don't know, I want the appearance of longer lashes, so you're still seeing the ones right in here from the fake lashes, but you're focusing on the end, so it's kind of like a 2-for-1, you know what I mean? And for the old Hollywood look, they didn't really do their bottom like waterline or anything like that. If anything, they probably smudged a little bit of black down here, but I like to just leave it alone completely. It keeps your eyes looking big anyway, and I just feel like it just gives it a cleaner look, so I'm not gonna touch that. Alright guys, for lips, I'm going in with my CoverGirl lipstick, and this is in a Demi Matte formula in the shade Worthy. This is in like the perfect like Hollywood red in my opinion. Lipsticks usually take me a while because I have really like uneven lips, so I might fast forward through some of this, or else we're gonna be here all day, all night. And a good trick for making sure that things are even is taking a picture. I know for me, when I'm doing my brows and my lips, I always like to take a picture, and it just gives you a really good idea of if you're on the right track or not, or what you need to fix, especially because pictures are a lot harsher than reality. So if it looks terrible in a picture, like that means that it like looks slightly off in real life, but you want to perfect that. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna go in with highlighting. Now for highlighting, I love to use like really white shades. I just think it stands out more, and I can always like smudge it away to look a little more natural, but I like it to stand out. So for this, I'm actually gonna use an eyeshadow. So I'm using the color Crown, and this is in the Queen of Hearts palette by Raine. and show you guys. And I'm just grabbing a small angled brush by LUXIE, and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone here. This is just gonna make your brow bone more defined and also clean up your brows slightly. So I like to draw kind of a harsh line on there, but then smudge it away as I get lower. So keep the focus right in the line there, the crease there. Is that crease? No, like right up against your brow. Keep it harsh, but then taper it down and wipe it away here. Now I'm gonna go in with my nose contour. Just gonna put a little ball at the tip there. And then I'm gonna go up my nose in a straight line. And to clean up that line a little bit, because I always get a little out of order there, I'm just grabbing just like a clean brush and just sweeping up the sides here. And for my cheek highlight, I take that same color crown and just smudge it on my fingers here, my middle fingers. And just wipe it on my cheekbones here, just in circular motions. And if you need a little more, go in with a little more. I just love that shade. It's so icy, but like you can make it look really natural too. Like it just looks like your skin's just like glowing, you know? And with whatever's left, I usually just do my chin right here. Alright guys, so I'm either going to straighten my hair or maybe I'll just put it back in like a ponytail. I don't know, but I also need to change my shirt, get a little classier up in here, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I don't have that many like nice shirts. I feel like I either have sweats or sweats. I was just gonna say or dresses, but I think I only have like 5 dresses total. So yeah, I just put on a strapless tube top, and I feel like it like gives more focus to the look, you know? So yeah, I hope that you guys like this look. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.